Hello again, I'm Milton, the Little Milto channel. So why are we going to have a look inside this? Disaster. I had a mastic gun with glue in it. Sorry, a mastic tube, that was my fault. With glue in it. And I blocked the end. Opened it about, I don't know, 6 months ago. This is my fault. And I used this thing here to pierce it. Thought, oh, that's good, right? Because I've got a project that I want to do. Joining two pieces of wood together to attach a big board. So what I did was pierced it, put it in, pulled the trigger, activated it, seemed a bit stiff, and it went in. But unfortunately, when it went in, it actually blew the end of the mastic bit out, and the glue got past it and it all pushed down. It was still coming out the end, and then suddenly it stopped working, and I thought, hang on a minute, there should be more glue in here than this, and the bit is all the way down. So I'm thinking, this ain't right, and I'll show you what I mean by this. So this bit here had actually pushed itself all the way down inside, and this is all covered in glue. So I'm going to have to take this apart to make sure that it hasn't got any more glue inside it. So of course this here's gotten stiff now, it's all getting glued up. So anyway, I've looked at it, it's a T15. Let's see if the Torx box has got something. Oh, it's about T15, let's try it. Yep, it is. Getting deep. Right. Okay, if you never took tools to bits before, remember, the hardest ones, make sure you get them out. And always check the length of them as well. Right, to make sure that they're all the same length. See, ordinarily, the tool I would use for taking these apart are, where's it gone now? No, it's up there, here. Is this. It's a bit quicker. In fact, sorry, it is quicker. Just hang on a second. Electronic clutches are fine, but they're a bit too slow. Alright, what's going up a bit? Oh, they're tight. Oh, they are tight. Blimey, up on 7. So far, they all seem the same size. No, up again. Well, it might be quicker using the other thing. Right. They are the same size. Yeah, they are. Right. This one. Right, this one. Right. Gotcha. Right, yeah, all the same size, right. Right then. Now we get to have a look inside. Well, there's the inside of the clamshell there. That's nice, a little security tab, get rid of that. Right. So okay then, so I'll bring it over, we can all have a look inside of it. Now remember, at this point, this is when you take your photograph with your phone of the inside, so as you know what it looks like inside, in case it goes wrong. Right, now we can see inside it. Right, so if I can just have a quick look around it. Unfortunately, there's a little thing, I can't get into the workings of this. I'm going to have to pray that no glue got inside. Let's see if we can let you see inside there. Right, you might not be able to see inside there. Right, there's the winding motor there. It doesn't look like glue has actually gotten into it, to be honest with you. Most of the glue is actually, stand a look at it a little bit up. So, yeah, most of the glue is actually all inside here or around there, and then up inside there. So at least I can work on it now. So that was my worry, in case the glue itself, turn this around a bit, actually got up into the internal workings inside here, right? But it looks like it hasn't, you see. And if we look at this piece here, we can see how badly contaminated it is with glue. Alright, when this glue goes off, I can scrape it off in the inside. And I'm moving this about a bit too much. Let's turn it a bit, you see. So obviously taking this apart is going to do no good, so we'll have a quick look at the bits of the workings of this tool here then first. Right, well, the trigger's come out its housing, whatever that was, which was in there. That's cool. Now I'll see if we can get this thing red, but we'll turn it round. I think turn it like that might be easier. Right, this red thing here, it's quite obvious how that works. When the plunger goes through there and comes down like so, it obviously hits that, which obviously turns the motor off there. There's a switch there for that to turn it off, so you don't pull it all the way through and burn the motor. There is some power in this, and I said it was my fault, right, because I should have changed the end on the actual tube and this wouldn't have happened. So you get for being Scottish, you're being a cheapskate. You really and truly cannot get into that motor, into this bit here. I don't know how they've built it, and to be honest with you, it doesn't look like the glue got in there, so I'm not going to worry about it seizing up with glue inside. And I can actually see inside here, right, if I get the little red torch, right, I'll see if we can see right inside there. If you can see inside there, there's actual the winding wheel there, right, and it doesn't appear to have glue on it at all, so I'm not worried now, it's safe. So what I'm going to do is, for the time being, I'm just going to leave this now to let this glue fully harden up, because I know how it works. When it hardens up, you can't actually scrape it off, so it's not too bad actually to do that. So that's what I'll do. I'll wait until it hardens up. This seems to be pretty fine. I did run it in and out a few times, and that's then when I started worrying about, have I got glue inside the actual main winding wheel? And by the looks of it, I haven't. I can see inside now, so I'm pretty cool with that. And I'll scrape off the rest of it. That's going to be a pain to do inside there and get all that glue out of there, but it'll have to come out, I'm afraid to say. And of course there is only one bit that broke off, this little bit of plastic, and I'm afraid to say just might have to operate without it. But if I can get it back in place, I'll put it back in place again. I mean, we'll do that. So anyway, we'll let this harden up then, and we'll see how we get on with it later. Full jazz. I thought I chickened out and wasn't going to have a look inside. Ha 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 ha. Do I'm going to look, you see. I thought I'd better have a quick look inside. So, there is where this plunger bit comes through there, right? That's your main winding wheel. This is your like worm drive system here, up here. You should be able to see that on the camera. You can see a nice little bit of glue did actually manage to get onto there. But it's coming off. The grease is actually preventing it from actually sticking to it. So that's good, you see. See, it's just coming off, it's off and falling inside now. And I've got to clean all this stuff out of here, up inside. So really and truly, it ain't such a big job now. It's okay, I'm going to get away with this. So it's lucky, lucky, lucky. So now we know what to do for the future then. Always change the end if you've got an old mastic gun and you've had stuff in it for a while. So you get for being cheap. But it's pretty simply built, really, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not overly complicated. I mean, I wouldn't like to play about with this here. As I said, I always leave things like that to that nice Canadian gentleman, AV, because it's the type of thing he likes playing about with and messing with. So we'll leave it, we'll let the glue harden up and we'll be able to scrape it out. Oh, wrong button. You might say to yourself, like, don't worry about doing this, taking things to bits and pieces like this. No, you see, in some ways, I had to do this before when I was working, change brushes on machines, like grinders, drills, things like this. It's not really a hard job once you know what you're doing, and if you've got somebody good that teaches you to do it, like, you see. And I mean, part of my other problem is I watch too much AVE, right? This type of thing, he didn't do it so much nowadays, you see, but it's what he does. And really and truly, if you listen to what he's saying and what you're doing, really you can't really go wrong, and you're only semi-assembling it. You're not going into it to what he does, like he plays with the electrics. That's what you really got to know what you're doing. Mechanical, yeah, no problem at all. So what I'll do is I'll just wait, I'll leave it till the glue goes off, I'll reassemble the case slightly, right, with a few screws, put it back into place, hold it, clean out all the glue, and then reopen it up again and make sure that none of the glue has actually got into the internal workings. To be honest with you, even if it did, it wouldn't bother it. There's a lot of power here in this machine, so really that's just what I'll do. Just make sure that's in the right place, and I'll just basically put a few screws into place while I'm working, right, and scraping all the glue out. I'll probably do that tomorrow, because tomorrow's not a busy day for me anyway. So I'll get the day off from everything. And as I say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a new tabletop up here off a miter saw stand. I had 2 boards left over for a job, and I thought, you know, I might as well do that. That miter saw stand's doing nothing, so I might as well do that and then reclaim this tabletop back and use this as a flat top table that I can fold and put away when I need it, like, because I could do with a flat top table, right? So anyway, we'll get back to this tomorrow once the glue gets off. I might say the glue go off, not gets off. Well, it will. I wish it would get off actually, to be honest with you, but it's not. I'm going to have to physically do it. Okay then, I used this Makita here, right, the hybrid, in 2nd speed, and I actually removed this piece here off by using a 1/2 inch adapter here. And if you look up inside here, which you should be able to see, hopefully it comes out in the camera, right, up inside here, all the glue that's actually jamming up in the inside. So obviously DEWALT has actually designed this to be actually taken to bits and pieces. Let's hold it up again, make sure it gets out of the light. And if you look, you can see it. Now I can't really see through the camera lens whether or not this is coming out, so I'll look in a bit closer maybe. We'll try a different angle, I think. We'll try this angle here, see if it actually works. You can see the glue inside. So let's see if we can get this bit here off. We can. And we can see the glue that's actually gotten up inside there as well. And that seized up last night. And I used GT spray to actually try and get it unseized. So DEWALT has actually designed this. This is a common problem that sometimes happens. Okay then, first mistake I made was I said it was worm drive. It is not worm drive, right? But what we're going to do now is going to have a quick look at the pitfalls and what to watch out for. Okay, watch out for these wires up here. They are actually quite fragile. You could actually trap them when you put it together. Make sure they're running free and they're back in the little places again where they should be. Alright, which that is in there, yes, correct. That's up there. This here is your switch again, as I said before, that when the plunger comes down it hits that and he switches it off. Okay, then we've done that. Right, what else to look out for? Alright, watch out for this mechanism here on here. This is the release for the plunger to pull it back. This spring here is not actually attached, it's only fixed in place and held with compression. If you start playing about with it and lose the spring, it's ghost. You ain't going to get the plunger pulled back, right? So watch out for that. And watch out again for trapped wires. Make sure the wires are all back in place. Make sure the trigger is properly seated right. And this thing here, and this is your light down here, make sure that's in place as well. You don't trap that. This up here is a switch. Make sure you have the switch the correct way round. Yes, you probably could get it the wrong way. And make sure that's seated in place correctly. Make sure this thing here is putted back into place again. This is your brain box here for the whole thing. Must admit, quite a chunky motor actually on this, and it's got a big brain box on it. I began to wonder if a brain box this size, if they weren't planning on maybe putting a brushless motor in there at some time. Who knows, right? So I've been through it. Make sure everything else is seated in place correctly before you put the clamshell on, like so. And watch out for this bit down here, which is where the battery terminal goes, and then it should just push back on again together. Right, but of course it won't. Okay then, slight disaster. Battery is flat in the other camera. I'm having to actually charge it. So what I'll do is, I shall very quickly put this together using the electric clutch. better anyway. Right, there we are. And really this is how simple it was. The clamshell went together no problem, so that was a good job done. As you can see, it's all going together rather well. Yeah. And that's all you got to do. The beauty is the electric clutches on these, they're very good for this type of screw. And I was surprised it was a T15 as well. Oh, I think I put a screw in there. Have I put a screw in that one? Yeah, I did. Oh well. See? Even I'm forgetting where I'm going. Right. And what I'll do is, I'll get the name, I'll check on that Milwaukee case, see if that's got a long T15. Oh, hitting the camera. Oh, get out. And see if that's got a long T15 in it as well. And I'll get the serial number for that box. Oops. That bit. There we are, that's that bit back together. Now the next bit, bear with it. Okay then, now we look inside here, you can see now how clean it actually is now. Right. Now it's hard work, but it is there, it is clean. Right. So it's this bit here, out the way now. It's all cleaned there, this bit inside here is all cleaned up as well. There's little bits on it, but that won't bother it. You see, right? This bit just goes in there like, no, it goes like that. See? No, it doesn't. It goes like that. Divvy. Idiot. I don't know why around. It goes in there like that. We take this bit here and we push it in there. We take the Milwaukee and first of all we give it a little turn as well. Like so. Make sure we've got it right threaded, it's not cross threaded. Seems a bit tight that actually. Just turn this a bit. I'll just check that, make sure I haven't cross threaded. No, right. We'll take the Milwaukee Surge because it's quieter. Try not to hit the camera. Oh, and it did hit the camera. Right, we'll try it that way around. Which way are we going? Forwards? Slacken it back a bit. I'll do it. No point overdoing it. Doesn't have to be hell for tight. There, that's that bit in. Look, it turns freely now. It was sticking like hell last night. Oh, something else fell on the floor. Now, the only problem I got was, the main problem I actually got was this piece here. You can see inside here. This is where the threaded screw goes in. This had all filled up with glue inside. So what I did was, I drilled it out with a 3mm bit. But I measured the bolt first. Right? Don't take your measurement off the bolt and use something the size that the bolt is. Otherwise, when you put the drill in there, you'll drill the thread out. So don't do that. So we'll get set up now and get this thing wound into place. This next bit's relatively simple. You just put this piece here in like so. You pull the trigger. Takes it through. You wait till it comes out the other side, which it has done. I'll sit backwards now. Now we turn it off. We push on the square bit here, the end cap, the plunger if you like. Right, push that onto there. Now I've lost the screw, there it is there. I've lost the screwdriver, which is a PH2. Right, put that in there like so, and we screw it in place. It is tight, but then again I had to burn the glue out. Oh yeah, I also, when I drilled it out, then I had to take it downstairs, put it over the cooker, and melt the glue which was left inside of it out. And there it is. It's in place now. Perfect. Then all I've got to do now is put the other bit on. This bit just clips on like so, screws into place like that, and that's it. Job's a good one. It's all back together again. And we'll have a look at it when we get the other camera charged. Right, we've got enough charge now in the battery for that camera, so I'll get on and get this done. And look at the batteries that I got left with. Somebody's run off with my 3 amp battery. Right, works fine, right? We'll put that in there, at least it goes, no problem at all. Okay, that's that back up and running and fixed. Okay then, does light still on? Yeah, it doesn't stay on though. Okay then, right, cut through this quick. Now, a couple of boxes here. This one, the Milwaukee does have a long T15 along with a long 10. So does this box. Right, the number on this box here is DEWALT DT70732T. Right, and this one, right, before I read it out, you're probably thinking, why is it so important to have a long T10 and a long T15 Torx bit? Simple, they can save you a lot of money because a lot of things fit them sizes and you can't get right down inside to get any of the screws. It's not just for power tools, it's also home equipment as well. They use that size quite a lot. Now, I'll read out the Milwaukee, my favourite one. I mean in the sense what it's written down now. This is on Amazon, this one here, and this is what it's listed under. Milwaukee 49324300906. Shockwave impact driver. Bit set, 48 pieces, red. Actually, I've checked up on this recently, it's down in price, I think it's about £18. I have £22.95, but I've always said if you can get that set for £18, it's worthwhile buying. It's a bargain. It's about one of the best sets from Milwaukee. Although, I will say there is no nut setters in it, but then again, just buy yourself some decent nut setters, right, and keep them separate, honestly. They're 2 cracking sets. Now, this happened last night, around about 6:30 when this thing blew, which was my fault. Or anyway, I'm not going to blame anybody, but it was me. I didn't make the hole big enough on the end. And of course I put down far too much pressure too quick and I blew it. It all came back up through the tube and went up inside. It's all cleaned now, I've got it all out. But it took me most of the morning to do that and last night. But what happened was my mate came round. Now, what my mate does is, he does the bit on the right and on the actual bit underneath. Because if you leave me to do it, it's, right, I think you get the idea. It's a bit like this with me, you see. So, it takes too long, so he does it. But he's now up in Scotland now, moving machinery about in a factory to get it up to speed to help with production. So he's not here. So anyway, what I'm going to say is, one of the guys, he said that he had bought the M12 rivet gun. Nice, very good actually. I mean, I used a pneumatic one in the later years when I was working, and that was doing 6mm rivets, and I mean that was some power. The point is this, before that I was doing 5mm rivets by hand, and I know what it's like. That little rivet gun you've got is a real cracker. There is only one problem with it, but as far as I'm concerned, it ain't a problem because it's better to use one of them than it is to do it by hand. It doesn't work like that to suck the bit back up inside. But that's just it. I mean, that's the only problem that it's got. I mean, it's still a great little gun. I mean, if I was putting rivets in now, I'd go out and buy it, so fine, yeah. Next, I'd like to say a special thanks to Elite Solutions, because that guy's been there. He's even helped us out with information, especially with the Versatac system. I didn't even know why it was called for a craftsman. So he helped me get that one sorted out, you see, and he's been there all along, and you have. Thanks very much. Now, somebody else put a comment in, they can't wait to get this system in America and how they want it to go. Well, after reading that, I suddenly realised something. I might have to go back through VCG's video, the one at Lowe's, because there's something sticking in my mind. And I keep seeing it and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, right? What part of all this is going to be in the USA? So there's me thinking, right, that once again I'm going to be finished with these lovely little yellow boxes with a clear lid, and it looks like I might not be quite finished with it yet, but if my suspicions are right, I'll make a video on Sunday about this one, because I want to make one on Saturday, you see, but I'll make one on Sunday about it and I'll let you know what I found out. Okay then, my name's Milton, channel's called Milto. Subscribe if you want, thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm always easy going about it because I keep saying it. life's too short. Okay then, bye now.